Cool intro sound.
Alright, how's it going guys? AlphaYGO back at it again, and today I am bringing you that post-Banlist updated DDD deck profile. This one is actually the Guardragon variant of the deck because obviously our original list of utilizing Coach and Trainer and all of that didn't get affected, but the Guardragons obviously got hindered with the hit of Agarpain. So today I'm bringing you a variant of one of my older lists, which was the DDD Dragon Pendulum list, and kind of showing you what I'm doing with the deck right now. Honestly, the deck does feel very consistent because it's just straight 40 cards. Every card is very impactful and the combos are very straightforward and very strong. So I modified the DD package in this list so it allows us to not as brick as hard, but it still allows for a lot of powerful plays. Obviously, Kepler is a great value engine because this card just nets you so much value with getting the contract, getting the extra DD monster, and so on and so forth. I apologize because I am still a bit sick right now, so maybe that's why I sound a little odd. I'm even using a different tripod today. Honestly, the hit of Agarpain was really sad and depressing, but it's not the end of the world for us, and I want to showcase what the deck can do even after these changes. But without further ado, let's just get right into it. Starting off our list, we have, of course, triple Chronograph. Chronograph is obviously very strong, one of the greatest turbo cards in my opinion, along with the one Time Gazer, obviously. Following that, we have triple Dark Worm, because Dark Worm is obviously mandatory in a Guardragon Pendulum deck, and the one Gate Zero. Following that, we have more extenders with triple Curtain Raiser. Curtain Raiser is obviously very powerful in the fact that it's just like a free special and does conflict with Dark Worm just a bit, but it's not the end of the world because it synergizes really well with Servant Endymion. Servant Endymion is obviously very powerful for pendulums because it just helps us play around Nibiru, which is very important. And of course, we have the one Jackal King and the one Master of Endymion. The reason I run this ratio is because I do not run the Mythical Beast package in this list. I do really like Mythical Beast package in my other variants of DDD, like more so DD Pendulum without the Guardragons, because it enables us for the coaching trainer play really easily and really great follow-up play. But in this deck, it's not really necessary because we have a lot of other very great extenders. And following that, we have the one Pendulum brick, in my opinion, which is the Sloth. Sloth is very undesirable to see in your hand, but it's not the worst because you just still full combo regardless. But it's just better to summon from the deck with Hieratic Seal. Of course, following that, we have our DD engine of triple Kepler. Triple Kepler is really strong because it is what searches us into the gate, gets us all the value we need, and is what we dedicate our normal summon to. Following that, we have triple Thomas. Triple Thomas is really good because this is what we use as our high skill, because I'll show you in the combo later that this is a very powerful high skill for us because we don't have to summon anything more than a level 5 to establish our boards. And it just recurs a lot of value in the scale as well. And the two DD Pendulum monsters that we also run are Copernicus and Ragnarok. I know this seems very odd because it's like, why would you only run so little counts of these? The reason for this is because you never actually get to use Ragnarok's effect for its effect to special from grave and utilizing it like in traditional DD. What we use it for is to special it off from the effect of Thomas to make our rank 8. And Copernicus is Pendulum summoned to dump us a Lamia to enable us synchro plays. So that's the only reason we run one of each, because of that utility. In other situations, they are not as powerful as the other Pendulum cards that we've shown before because those cards are turbo cards, right? These are just value cards. Following that though, we have the one Lamia to of course drop from the Copernicus to allow for their single plays, and the one Guardragon target. Next up with the spells, we have triple Spell Power Mastery. Spell Power Mastery is obviously very powerful because it gets us into their servant. We run just so many darks that we can afford to play triple Allure, double Dragon Shrine, along with the one Foolish Burial. And in this list, it seems very odd, but we're only running 2 gate. But the reason we only run this is because opening gate in itself is not as good as being able to just search it off with Kepler. Because Kepler will get us the gate, which gets us a Thomas, and Thomas then gets us the Kepler back. So we're just plussing Bear off of that. But when you only see gate, you only go into Thomas, and then that's about it because you didn't get the Kepler in the beginning, right? So 2 is what you really need. 3 is a bit overkill, I won't lie. When you just see this card along with Kepler in your hand, in this build, you just rather not have that situation. And the single one-ofs following that is Upstart for Servant Endymion and consistency, and as well as 1-for-1, which is really great for basically acting as a turbo card for our Kepler to go into Electromite really early on. Following with our extra deck, we of course have the Electromite. Electromite is very, very powerful, as we all know. Of course, we have LP, Triple Burst, and Hieratic Seal, but rest in peace, our boy Agarpain. But in the place of Agarpain, we are also running one Romulus. We don't use its effect for the Dragon Review necessarily. It just acts as another link to Dragon monster we can go into in the midst of our combos. This deck has a lot of room for improvement because it's just the dawn of a new ban list, the dawn of a new format. So there's so many things to change around in this deck. This is just a skeleton of how you guys can play it, because I just like the way this is played at the moment, because it's really consistent with like every card being very impactful. But something like Romulus, you can tech in the Dragon Ravine, you can tech in the Tempest, you can just do so much. But at the moment, I just use it as a body. Following that, we have the one link for Borrowsword. It just helps us OTK on the following turns after. And guys, I finally got it. I finally got the actual Apollo Ursa. No more proxying with the one before, but we found out the Apollo Ursa, and she's actually very good. In this deck, you can still spam the board a lot. You can still make her very easily, especially when your hands are awkward, so she's a great monster to go into. Then we of course have Vortex Dragon, the monster we go into amongst our combos if we can, because it is accompanied by not only by Meteor Burst, but with Absolute as well. Being able to recur level 7s from your scale, let's say the Gate 0 with Meteor Burst, going into an Absolute, linking it away into a Vortex is very powerful. And there's a lot of cool plays you can do by sitting on the Absolute itself with Hieratic Seal and doing a lot of cool plays like that. But overall, the value chain is just very, very incredible for this deck. And just to follow up, for the synchros, we have one Dawn Dragster and one Burrow Savage. We do not run Siegfried because I don't run Leonidas at the moment. But again, this is one of those moments where you can change the deck however you like. Because if you put Leonidas in the deck, you can also run Siegfried. But Dawn Dragster is really good as another alternative to level 7. And Burrow Savage is a great level 8 synchro monster in my opinion. And following the extra deck monsters, we of course have Photon Lord, Hope Harbinger, and Kali-Yuga. Photon Lord being a monster negate, spell negate, and then everything negate over here with Kali-Yuga. This is the lineup right now. A lot of things can change, but that's just up to your personal preference. And this is just how I'm playing at the moment until we get a better idea of how the meta will shape up. Anyways guys, with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize for the scratchy throat. I'm still sick, unfortunately. And I apologize that the setup does seem a little bit different because I'm using a different tripod. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have like 2 different angles at 2 different points in the video, so I apologize for all the weirdness. But I hope I was able to kind of portray some of my thoughts and ideas of how DDD Pendulum Guardragon can at least be played in the upcoming format. I'll try to work on the pure DD list as much as I can, especially with Dark Spirit Mastery. I end up getting my playset, so maybe I can squeeze that in somehow, but we'll see how that goes. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.